PSUs, capital goods, real estate, infrastructure, that's essentially been the leader of the bull market. But people, defense, etc., right? That part, it looks like we're starting to rotate. People are starting to rotate out of that.
Which is inevitable.
Inevitable. You think that's done, or it's just like a pause and refresh case here?
Again, in terms of market cycles, when you see the leaders of every cycle, then they go to sleep for a decade. So the leadership of 2000 to 2007, which you were earlier alluding to, was indeed commodities and infrastructure, power, real estate. And then the excesses which happened in that period made them complete pariahs. So if 4 years ago, we were on a show and Ramesh and I remember we would talk about PSUs and everyone was like sniggering, like, what's wrong with these chaps? But because the correction had been so steep that it's eventually an investor's job is about valuation. Like I said, the greatest Infosys may not give you the return, and the what so-called poorest PSU may give you the best return. So it was a mean reversion trade which happened, and of course all the right policy things happened for infrastructure and defense and railways and so on. So you go from being what I call terrible to bad is a rate of change, but you went from terrible to being good. So that rate of change is so dramatic that's what the markets have discounted.
And now maybe to great.
And now you're imagining it to be great. Some of them may make it, but most of them won't. So I would be very, very cautious in those kinds of places. And typically these are not high return areas. By definition, if you make 25% IRR in an infrastructure business, the cost to the consumer, which is the average public, is going to be too high. So your money made is really on leverage, and therefore the return on equity comes in that business. So, and people are shy of doing leverage after again the last cycle. And the flip of it, to just complete, the leadership of the last cycle was all the high quality businesses in the last decade, which were all getting re-rated. Asian Paints, Page Industries, Kotak Bank,
consumers, retail.
even and including banks, because banks became 30% of the index. And you're seeing that getting corrected, that Kotak, HDFC haven't performed for the last 5 years. Again, great companies, but it's the excess of that which is now getting reverted back. And now they've become so hated that when will HDFC move? And there are memes on HDFC doing the round the way it was for ITC. And then you saw the way when ITC moved, it just doubled before anyone realized it.
You think...
so things like that tend to happen. I can't forecast what will happen in...
But you're very bullish on the financialization theme.
I am very much.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18 and do follow us on all our social media platforms for news, updates and more.